All right, let's dive into a really powerful story today. It's one of those parables that sticks with you. It's all about resilience, belief, and what hope really is when you feel like you've got nothing left. So, let me ask you this. What happens when your world just completely falls apart? It's a question we all face at some point, right? What do you do when the ground just disappears from under your feet and everything you thought to find you is just gone? Well, this story goes right to the heart of that moment. Okay, so our story starts in this beautiful green forest, and I want you to meet Ravi. He's this young deer, and he's not just any deer. He's absolutely full of life with this pure, fearless heart. His eyes are just sparkling with curiosity. He's the kind of guy who truly believes every single day is going to be a good day. I mean, Ravi's life was basically perfect. He would literally race the wind just for fun. He'd chase butterflies. All the other animals loved him for his kindness and his spirit. And he had these big dreams of exploring the world way beyond the mountains. For Ravi, hope wasn't just a feeling, it was everything, a constant, shining flame. But you know how stories go. This is where it all takes a turn. On what seemed like just another totally ordinary day, the peace of that forest was just shattered. First, it was this sound. A heavy, crunching sound of hunters' boots on leaves. A sound that just did not belong there. And then, the sharp, angry barking of dogs. You know that sound. The sound of a chase. Panic just ripped through the forest like a wildfire. Ravi ran. Of course he ran. His heart was pounding. But then a bullet grazed his leg, and in one searing flash of pain, his world just went dark. When he came to, the hunters were gone, but so was his strength. His leg was broken. Days turned into weeks, and this once joyful deer who lived to run, he couldn't even stand up. He just watched his friends from a distance, and that bright sparkle in his eyes started to grow dull with sadness. You can just hear him, right? Whispering to the night sky, "Why me? Why did this happen to me?" It's that cry of complete confusion and despair. He felt totally, utterly broken. He believed his life was over. But then, just as Ravi hits rock bottom, this wise, kind old turtle named Taro slowly makes his way over to him. And this one little encounter, well, it changes everything.
So Ravi just pours his heart out to Taro. He tells him, "A deer that can't run is as good as dead." Think about that. His whole identity, everything he was tied to his speed. Without it, he felt worthless. No purpose. Nothing.
And Taro's response here, wow. This is the whole point. He doesn't say, "Oh, it'll be okay." No. He offers this huge shift in thinking. He tells Ravi that hope isn't about what you can see with your eyes. It's about what you choose to believe in your heart, especially when things look completely hopeless. And those words just echoed in Ravi's mind. That night, something clicked. He made a conscious choice. He chose to believe. He decided he was going to try to stand again, no matter how much it was going to hurt. And let me tell you, that road back was brutal. For days, every little movement was agony. For weeks, it was just this cycle of falling down and getting back up, over and over. But somehow, every time he fell, he got a little bit stronger. Over months, he slowly learned to walk with confidence again. And then, one incredible morning, he ran. It wasn't fast, it wasn't perfect, but he was running. And oh, the joy of it. So Ravi had healed his body, but his spirit was about to face the final exam. Months later, he heard it again. That same terrifying sound. The hunters were back.
And you can see the difference so clearly right here. The first time this happened, he was a victim. He was filled with fear, felt totally helpless, and in the end, he was broken. But this time, no. This time, he was a survivor, armed with belief and this newfound inner strength.
For a second, that old fear gripped his heart, the memory of the pain. But then he remembered Taura's words. He took a deep breath, and he ran. But this time, he wasn't running from something. He was running with something. He ran with belief, faster than he ever had before, leaping over things until the sounds of danger were just a distant memory. So Ravi's journey completely transformed him. He didn't just survive, he became this source of incredible wisdom. The younger animals would actually gather around just to hear his story, to learn from the deer who had stared into the darkness and found his way back into the light. And this is the wisdom he shared. He realized hope is an active thing. It's the bridge that you build yourself, with your own two hands, that connects the place of fear to the possibility of miracles. Hope isn't just a feeling, it's an action. It's a verb.
This was his ultimate lesson. Believing is what keeps that bridge standing. Even in the deepest, darkest, longest night, if you can just hold on to that belief, the sunrise is coming. It's inevitable. The morning will always, always find you.
And so, this story leaves us with a question for ourselves. In our own lives, when we're facing our own hunters, our own impossible challenges, how strong is your bridge?